Aloha and welcome to True Story with Lori, where real people are pushing through about something. And I have Sheila Finger today. I'm so excited that Sheila is here. Her book is Life Happens When You Start Dreaming, Memoirs of a Dreamer. And I mean, what better title can that be? Memoirs of a
Right,
Dreamer.
yeah, yeah.
It just makes you want to read the book. So, welcome, Sheila. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, yes. And like I had kind of said before we started recording, I'm so happy that you took the time to write down your memoirs and leave the your heritage, right, and your legacy written down for your family. I wish more people would do that because it was amazing, and you have an amazing story. And
Thank you.
so your book starts off with basically your heritage before you were born with your great grandfather and then grandmother, and so I
Yeah,
appreciated you putting that in, and just kind of shows your makeup, like your DNA, because they had to go through a lot, and they dreamed and instilled that all like in your family kind of DNA. And so as I was reading that, I knew right away, well, I'm just going to say the word badass. I knew right away that you were going to be a badass when I was reading about your great grandparents and your grandparents. But so we get up to when your father, he was the youngest of 15. He was the youngest child. He was a soldier, and then he became a teacher. And then I love that he fell in love with the nanny.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
she was only 14 or 15.
Yes. See, I don't, the reason why I love that is I don't think that's such a great thing, here in America these days.
Yeah, right.
And the nanny was your mother. And so we get up to you being born. But this was just another thing that made me just know how strong you were gonna be in your life. Because this was when your mother was pregnant with you, right, during the time Hitler was in power.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously you weren't there, so you can't really speak a lot to that, but it was a dangerous time. Your mother was attacked, got a brain injury, and had to go into a mental hospital, which is where you were born, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Yes. So you were born in a mental hospital basically during the Holocaust.
I guess, yes, right. That's why I'm a little crazy. That's what everybody say. You crazy, you crazy. I said, I know. Look where I was born. Yeah.
That's right. So, it's kind of a rough go of it. You end up, moving in with your aunt and growing up there, because your father was, I felt like that was a good decision that your father made,
Yeah.
letting you grow up in
Yeah.
your aunt. But then he dies. And so um, I, I believe you had a lot of loss, as a little girl with kind of what was going on with your mother, and then your dad died. And so, can you speak about that time a little bit, just when you were a little girl and how that was?
Yeah, I think, well, when my father gave to my cousin that she could not have, children.
Mm-hmm.
And then soon she start, fall in love with me and be like mommy for me,
Mm-hmm.
get pregnant. And then she told my father, look, I I can't take care of her. I'm sorry, but I'm pregnant. I'm going to have a baby. So he said, okay, the only thing I can do is give to his sister that was single, never married. So she raised me, but she was impossible. Insane. It made me more crazy, because she was insane. Because I don't know, she was a teacher, have all that. little students,
Mm-hmm.
grandmother with her and me and my other cousin. So she was going berserk, I guess. And I was the one that paid for it. Everything was me. And oh my God. And that's why I'm here today. Because if she was really nice, I was going to stay with her. But come to one point that I said, I can't deal this with them. I can't, I'm leaving. I was
Yes.
going to go marry the French guy. Oh,
Yes.
I'm coming here.
Yeah.
So one didn't work, the other work, because I make work. When I want something, I'll do it and until I get it. I'm a fighter.
Yes.
So
And that
yeah,
comes through. That your feistiness comes through loud and clear in your
yes,
book. And so now you have to kind of move again. You're getting older. Um, and then at 10 your grandmother dies, so there's some more loss. You're living with an aunt now. She's retired and she travels. She's got some money, right? She's
yes,
wealthy and
yes,
travels. And so you start dreaming because she brings you home, gifts from her travels. And so this
yes,
kind of
yes,
gives you somewhat of exposure, and so you start dreaming. So what was that like?
right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when she started tell us to me about her trip, because she was 1 month in Europe, every country she went, the cruise, plane, and everything, and I was, oh my God, I gotta go there too. I gotta go one day. I'm going here. And I said, so I said I was waiting, for my chance to go. I was reading only news about Europe, about France, reading books about Marie Antoinette, about everything I could read, to make me, go to the movies every weekend to learn to English. I
Yes.
said, I want to learn English too. I want to learn French. I want to learn Italian. I want to do all that.
Yes.
And yeah,
And
and
that, yeah, that was amazing to me that you learned English by going to the movies. I mean, I could see how that happens, but you, like you said, you set your mind to something and you made it happen. So you wanted to learn English. You go to the
yes,
movies and learn English. That is amazing to me. And start dreaming about coming to America and what your life would be like. But first, before coming to America, you ended up moving with your aunt to Rio de Janeiro.
yeah, we moved
Yes.
to Rio de Janeiro, right,
Mm-hmm.
from the south of Brazil, which was very cold there, and we didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Rio. It was beautiful there, nice beach, like Hawaii, almost same,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
beautiful. And so that my life started getting better, boyfriends, and
I'll say.
I met a lot of nice guys there, and I have a job that I could meet a lot of people, different people. I like to meet people, different people.
Yes.
Every
Yes.
time I meet somebody, if they have a little accent, I said, "Where are you from?" I
Mm-hmm.
have to know where they're from. My cousin said, "Ask, why you asking?" I said, "I have to know where."
Yes.
So, and most of the time, I said, "You speak Spanish?" "Yeah." "How do you know?" "Do you speak Arabic?" "Yes." "How do you know?" I said, "Well, I know your accent." So,
Yes.
yeah, that's where I
Yes.
have a fun in Rio. And then when everything fell with the French boyfriend that I thought
Mm-hmm.
was going to marry
Mm-hmm.
and keep it going, not today, not tomorrow, not next month, this and that and that, I said, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to be old. He's waiting for him.
Yes. Yeah.
I
But
want to
so.
get married and have
Mm-hmm.
children. And I want to be, the day that I decided really to come to America was the day I think I saw in a book. I was sitting in the front porch with my cousin, and there's two Americans uh, come from the Church of late Saint Days, Mormons.
Latter Day
Mm.
Saint.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So they came there and they said if they could, with this beautiful English, you know, Portuguese speaking, but with the American accent.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said if they could speak about God with for us? I said, sure. So they sit there 1 hour, and I was not listening about God. I was listening about the accent. Oh my God. I said, that's beautiful. I gotta learn English. I gotta speak English. I gotta go to America. Everything was coming in my head. That's why I told him, I'm crazy,
Yes. Yes. And
Yeah.
but we have to talk a little bit more about Rio de Janeiro because I know you
Yes.
met the Frenchman. I think that was Jean, but first
Jean.
or
Jean Richard.
Jean. Yes, sorry, I know it's not Jean.
That's
Not
okay.
it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like the white
Yeah,
American girl
Jean
saying
American.
Jean.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm picturing your life here going to the Copacabana,
Oh,
you know,
yes.
and
The
to
best
the
restaurants in
galas.
Rio, the best restaurant,
Yes.
Um,
And
so it was wonderful.
what years were that? You probably
That
said, but
was
I didn't write.
1978,
Okay.
79. No, 68, 67, 68,
Yes.
69, all
Okay.
that. Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
doing this stuff in the 60s, right? These fancy
Yeah,
things in
right,
the
yes.
60s. Oh,
Yes.
love it. Love it.
Yeah.
So then you're like, so then I feel like, maybe you were in love with the French guy.
Oh, I was in love, yes.
Yes, yes. But got
Yeah.
tired of waiting around. You're a dreamer. You got life to live, and you can't be
Yeah,
waiting
right,
around.
right.
And so, in 1971, you
Came
land.
to
You
America,
came to
land in New
America.
York.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about that day.
Oh my God, that was the day I could not believe that was happening, Me in New York,
Oh,
impossible. So I said, "Oh my God, I'm here. I'm here, and I'm gonna stay here."
mm,
So I started seeing the building, New York, all that store and everything. I said, "That's it. I'm not going back in there no more. I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna stay here." I was living in Connecticut. It was an hour from New York,
mm-hmm.
So I said, "Now that I know I'm close to New York, I stay here." And I'm going every time I have a chance. I'm going to New York,
Yes.
shopping, and everything. And so yeah, that's what I started my life here. Then my visa was going to finish. I asked for more extension. They gave me another month, and then I said, "Oh my God, what I do now? I don't go back to Brazil. If I go to
Yes.
France, I don't know if I get there, what's gonna do, get married, don't get, and then I'm wasting my time and my money for nothing.
Yes.
So I think, no, I better don't go. I better stay here, and I can't help what happened." So then when I met Richard's father,
Yes.
there, that
Yes.
my neighbor introduced me to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then like in 2 weeks, we get married.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. He said, "I have a month to leave. My visa expire." He said, "No, you're not going back. I cannot go to Brazil. I like you very much. I want to marry you. You stay here." And I said, "No, be true. Me marry now in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Possible." So there, I told my aunt, "Oh, look again. Oh, when I was dated this French man," she said, she was mad, miserable.
Oh.
"I don't care if you marry a Turkish man, but you're not marrying this French old man." Okay, so this Richard father was mother and father Turkish, and he was born in Syria, but he was living at the time in Turkey and around here.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Look, I found a Turkish man. I found a Turkish man, 30 years old now. So I hope you're happy now." Oh, oh my God, she was so happy. So I said, so she came for the wedding. Yes, stay with me. Very happy.
Yes.
So happy, I couldn't believe it. And me too. Me too.
Good. Yes,
So
because
then,
because you came over on a work visa, right? A kind of a temporary visa, and it was running out. You had to get it renewed.
Tourist visa,
Or a
not
tourist
working.
visa. Yeah.
Tourist
Okay.
visa,
Yeah. A tourist visa, and it was expiring.
Yeah. So after we married, the next day we went to the immigration office and I asked for more extend. So they give me another 6 months. Okay. I said, I was happy then, that's the time I pregnant, very happy.
Yes.
And then they told me 6 months later, no, now you have to go back to Brazil, have your child there. I said, I'm not going back to Brazil. And now I want my child here in America. I don't want my son or,
Mm-hmm.
born in another country.
Yes.
So my husband get some lawyer, immigration lawyer, and that's to get papers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't bother me no more.
No
Thank God.
more. Yes. Well, thank
So
God for them,
yeah,
so.
I went to Brazil because I really wanted to bring my son there to show the family.
Yes. Yes.
Then when I went and did all the paper and everything and fix everything. And
Yes.
yeah,
And so now your dream of coming to America has been realized. Your dream of getting married and having,
have been
starting your
mommy. Yeah,
family is getting
yes.
realized.
Everything happened.
And
Everything happened. Yeah.
yes, and all the obstacles that kept trying to derail you, like your visa expiring, you said no,
Yeah.
I'm not going back.
Going back. I came here with one suitcase, right? In 6 months, I have seven. I said,
Oh,
I can't go back with seven suitcases. There's no way I can get. I'm staying here. I don't cancel.
that's right. Good.
I think I believe in God, because all this happened. These people, they helped me. They didn't even know me, help me stay
Yes.
here and this. I said, this is, you just have to think positive, thinking God's gonna help you. So
Yes. And that was
and
another remarkable part about your story that I just loved. Whatever the obstacle was in front of you, and there were plenty, you
a lot,
you
yeah,
always stayed positive. It never even like began to take you down. You just were always rose above it and
yeah,
lived in the solution. Lived in finding the solution. So
yeah.
that was
Like like today, Richard said, "Oh, if." I said, "Don't say if, say when." When. Never use the word if.
oh
You think positive, think always positive, think about God gonna help,
yes.
and you're gonna get through all this. Yes.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm thinking like this. I don't know.
Well, it's because you were born in crazy, right? But
Yeah. Yeah, that helps, I think. Oh
um,
God, yeah.
and so now you've got your family. The kids are starting to grow up, but you have never you kept your dream of traveling, and so
Yes. Yes.
this is where I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so glamorous. I can see. I feel like I could see what you were wearing. It may have been completely like different, but I just thought, here she is. It's the 70s by now, right? Late 70s, maybe early 80s. But you're jet set in the world. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Yeah. Then I travel, and when I was here, living here, I said, I want to go to Paris. I'm going. So my son was 6 years old, the oldest Christian, and Rich was 4. I
okay.
could not take 2 children there because I said, I'm afraid, what. So I left Rich with his father,
Mm-hmm.
and I went there for 2 weeks.
Yes.
I love it. So I get there, I said, oh my God, maybe I said in another life I was French, because I get there, I know, oh, I saw this before, because probably I was reading all the time about
Mm-hmm.
French Revolution, Marie Antoinette and Napoleon, all this stuff. So I said, oh my God, I love France, love it. I said, one day I go back. So I go back with Richard 2 years ago,
Oh
and
wow.
he loved it too, yeah.
Yes.
And then I said, Rich is in Korea. I said, I'm going to see my son there in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there, I stopped in Japan and everything. I said, in Hong Kong, I said, I'm going back there too. Called my cousin, said, you want to go? Are you crazy? No, no, I'm not. Let's go. I want to go to Singapore, to go to Japan. I want to go to Malaysia. I want to go all this country there in Asia. She
Yes.
said, call me back. Okay, I go with you. So, good. So,
Yes. How
so we went
fun.
for 3 weeks. We went all over there, Kuala Lumpur,
Oh.
Singapore, uh, Hong Kong, Macau, Shanghai,
Mm-hmm.
Tokyo,
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff there, and we love it.
Out of
And
out of all of those travels, what was your favorite meal? Where was your favorite
favorite,
food?
oh, I tell you, the Tour Eiffel in Paris, there, the dinner there. Oh my God, you die for the dinner we had there. Was the best. I think was lamb with the was like almost a stew,
Mm.
lamb with delicious big dish. And that
Eiffel
was
Tower.
huh
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower, yeah, Tour
Yes.
Eiffel, the Tour
Okay.
Eiffel.
So the Tour Eiffel, the restaurant in the Eiffel Tower.
Yes, yes,
Okay. So when I go to Paris, I'm going to eat at the Tour
yeah. You
Eiffel.
gotta go. You got on the second floor. You gotta go in there.
Okay.
And I went the first time I went there. I went there for breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
no lunch, and I have crepe marnier, à la grand marnier for lunch, and I never forget. That was so good.
Oh,
Crepe, crepe dessert, French, look like
yes.
pancake.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah.
Oh, see,
Okay.
now I'm hungry. Now I'm hungry. So
What time? What time is there now? Why?
it's early here. It's 9:15. So
Oh, 9:15. So
yeah.
it's like 6-7 hours different,
Yes,
right?
yeah, 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you all of this amazing things went on, but not all of your dreams came true. Like one of your big dreams as a young woman was to be a flight attendant, but that
Right.
you tried. So talk a little bit about that and how what you did when you finally just had to let go at some point or
Yeah, I tried a few times. I tried most airline, then like TWA, United, everyone. I
mm-hmm.
tried, and they call me for interview,
Mm-hmm.
but so many people, but American Airlines liked me because my language, and they was gonna start the route to Rio, to Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
and they need somebody to speak Portuguese. Oh, I was perfect.
Yes.
Oh, I passed everything, and then my blood pressure was so high
Oh.
because I was so excited. The day I went for the physical,
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know, I was very excited and with the headache and everything, nervous,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't pass in a medical test.
Yes.
High blood pressure. That's the only problem.
Ugh.
And I try again later, and for another one, and my friend said, "Do not say you don't want to, move to another state." Because you have to say you go. I said, but I can't. I live here with my husband in Connecticut. How am I gonna say I'm gonna move to California and be alone with a roommate? I can't. Impossible. Right?
Yes.
So that's why I couldn't get it. Finally, when I got it, that I went to the school, US Air and American Airlines now together, and I went to the school for 2 weeks. My husband started trouble. Coming there he came there one weekend and told, crying, call me every morning, send me a postcard. He missed me, and I feel so bad for him. I feel bad. So I said, okay, maybe it was a mistake. I never should do that. I should continue and do my dreams that was there.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, okay, now I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's too late now.
Yeah.
I make a mistake at the time to quit.
Yeah. So you chose you just made a different choice and
Yeah.
but still actually still your dream did come true. You just in
Yeah,
the
right.
end had to make a different choice and go and it
Yeah.
go with your husband
Yes.
and all of that. So but still just maintained a positive attitude through all of it, and this is how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was in Brazil, the French boyfriend told me, look, if you speak good French, I give you a job in airframe. You work for the airframe as a flight attendant, but you gotta speak good French. Okay, I go learn French. And then when he left, I said, okay, I'm gonna learn English now because why I waste my time with French if I don't go there. They'll learn English that I need more, and thank God I did that.
Yes, I love it. I'm just gonna go learn French now. I'm just gonna go learn English like it's basic math or something. It's not that easy to learn.
I
another
learn Italian
language.
too. I learn Italian, Spanish. I learn a little Arabic with his father. I love
Oh,
language. I love language. If I could speak Italian, I could, but I don't have no more time now, for in the head. My head now is getting forget things,
it happened. That happens too, right? But you
Yeah.
you are graceful. Make no mistake about that. You are graceful. So we are nearing kind of the end of our time, but I did write down. It might actually be the very last. It is the very last. It's the very last sentence in your book, and it says. Basically, when you look up at the plane, flying overhead, imagine that you're sitting in first class in a window seat and just fly to wherever your heart takes you. I love that you kind of ended with that. You sent the reader off with, a flying metaphor, right? Because that's kind of a theme, flying, and flight attendant and traveling was a theme through your book. So I thought that was a beautiful way to end your book. Is there any like last words you would want to say to people about your book, your life, what you've learned?
Oh, I keep saying, if you want anything, don't just think it'll never happen. You gotta think it and dream it and think positive and do it what you think you're gonna do it.
Yes, just
Try hard, try hard. Don't quit. Don't give up. You know.
yes.
And,
Don't ever get up. It's when, not if.
yes, yes,
Yes.
when, yes.
Yes. So don't go away. But it has been such a pleasure. But I want to. So Sheila's book again is Life Happens When You Start Dreaming. It's available on Amazon. It is fun. She's a riot. You can see. You can just tell her personality comes through her book. So go get it. If you are or aren't struggling with anything, her positive attitude was just so great and so inspiring. So I would hope some people would go get her book. And so I'm going to say thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time. But Sheila, you wait here.